Hey, it's Fat Stormtrooper from Dashing and Gaming. I'm just going to have a look at what elite unusuals are around, and really, if you search elite unusuals at the moment, there are not that many around. Interestingly, breadheads. Breadheads are something which are rare and popular. Miami Knights and orbiting planets. Well, orbiting planets is not a effect that I would be willing to shell out $400 for, but I mean, you can get the drift. These things are not common, and also they look okay. Um, Miami Knights, I mean, 700, 300 keys. I think you can get a better unusual for that personally. This electro shocked war paint minimal wear. Thing cool, not my thing, but oh yeah. This is a very, very, very uncommon item, and yeah, I mean a factory new with a hard or a factory new with an isotope. I wish they made this in energy orb. I so would want this if it was an energy orb. I'd pretty well pay anything for it. Fuck. This is an unusual Corona Australis, and the effect here is a magnetic head protector. These hats have become quite popular. Of course, the nebula effect is the the real good one, but these magnetic head protectors all look pretty sweet. The War Eagle, again, nuts and bolts. There's no way it's worth that, but I mean it's an interesting hat, and it can look quite cool on the pyro running around with that on. And of course, this one here is it's almost the guy in The Incredibles. It's what's his name? What's his freaking name? What's it? Cold Zone or Frozen? Oh fuck, the Freezy guy, man. Whatever the fuck his name is. But anyway, nuts and bolts. Aces high. Kilowatt. I mean, if you had that in blizzardy, some sort of cold effect, that would be fucking awesome. You'd have to play the blue team all the time, of course, because that's the colour of his thing. This is a strange one in purple energy, and that is a pretty special hat. And I mean, of all the hats here, of all the hats in this list, and I mean, class crowns aren't. I mean, they were okay for a while, but they've really only got the 3 Halloween effects or 4 Halloween effects that they can have. But this of all the unusuals here, this is probably the pick of the. It's an elite, and it's purple energy. I guess the question is, would I use it enough to want to play with this hat, and is it worth basically $2,000 Australian, which sort of we're looking at around 800 keys. The answer is I don't think so. So I'm not going to get it, but it's a sweet hat. Let's just go from here, and let's have a look at the next one, which is the freelance grade, or maybe the assassin grade. Let's have a look at the assassin grade hats. It's unusual. Okay, was some good assassin grade hats, but we sort of just cosmetic, so of the assassin grade hats, there's far more of them, and a lot of these hats are quite good looking. The cat's pajamas, I love cat's pajamas, but orbiting planet, no. I mean it's a great outfit. Here's the that's a strange. These are others. Nuts and bolts. No. Oh, Stormy Storm looks okay. Oh my God, sunbeams. I'm so fucking tempted. Oh. Yeah, man, that's really scratching my balls. That's calling to me. This one's calling to me. The unusual dumbbell. Oh yes. No, unless it was something Christmassy. No. All nuts and bolts. Green confetti. This green confetti could be Christmas. Haunted ghosts. That's almost like the ghost of Christmas past. Oh, but I still don't like the hat. Day jogger, take or give it. The Aztec aggressor can be okay. I mean, it's you know, nothing better than having your beaten heart ripped out and eaten in front of you, or whatever the fuck they did. Yeah, but none of those signs are really obvious thematic. The unusual mohorn, I wasn't a big fan of it, but recently I've seen a couple of damn good loadouts with it in, and there's a couple of Halloween effects, but I mean I'm over those effects. When I sort of first saw those effects, I was really enamored with them, but now not so much. This is Bruce's bonnet, and the Bruce's bonnet. Okay, nah. So really, the hat that I have the most affinity for on this whole thing has got to be this one here. The Sunbeams, Stormy Storm. Yeah, I like both of those. I'm really thinking about it here, kids. So I'm going to have a look at this, and I'll get back to you with part 2 of the installation as to whether I purchase these or whether I just stew on them. Peace.